Good afternoon, church family. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to this week's edition of This Past Sunday. Now, this past Sunday, we began a short two-part series looking into the book of James. And a theme for this series would be an examination of faith. In part one, we looked at James's instructions to us for dealing with trials and temptations. Now, James identified trials as those external factors that impact our lives. As we mentioned, these could be things like a difficult class at school, an annoying boss or difficult coworker, maybe even a disease that has come into our bodies. Now, there's many other things that could be included as well as trials. But James, interestingly, encourages us to look at these trials as opportunities. He even says that we should take joy in them. But why? Well, as James tells us, because they are opportunities to grow in our faith maturity and to develop perseverance. Now, James acknowledged that this is not an easy process. And he challenged us that if we get to a point where we just don't understand, when we can't see a reason behind what's going on, to go to prayer and to pray for wisdom, to pray for understanding. Now, aside from the trials in life, James also addressed the issue of temptations, or the evil desires that lead us away from God. And James is very clear. He doesn't mince words. He says that evil desires do not come from God, but rather these evil desires are the starting points of sin. Now, James encourages us that when we feel tempted by a sinful act, that we should pause and take that time to move into a study of the Word. Why? Well, because as sin grows from and through evil desires, we grow in strength and maturity through the word of truth. As James was talking about trials and temptations, he used a Greek word that's translated in most of our Bibles as testing. But if you remember, we spent some time with that word and we saw that it means so much more than just testing. Do you remember what that word is? I'll give you a minute. That word is dokimion. If you remember, dokimion is proving the quality of, say, a precious metal, like gold, by melting it down, by burning off the impurities, and in doing so, revealing its genuineness. Now, James talks about the purpose of going through trials as revealing the genuineness of our faith. Now, this week, we're going to continue looking at the issue of faith with James. As with last week, when James challenged us to look at trials and temptations through the lens of dokimion, testing or proving of our faith, this week he asks us to look at identifying an active faith versus an empty faith, with a similar view of revealing its genuineness. Our verses for this week are going to be found in James chapter 2, verses 14 to 26. I would encourage you that as you read through these verses this week, keep that word dokimion in mind. proving the genuineness of our mettle, proving the genuineness of our faith. It's going to be an exciting week, and it's definitely going to be a week where we get a chance to ask some really challenging questions. And I look forward to doing that with you all this next Sunday. Until then, take care and God bless.